Is it possible to make a magic find character in a solo self-found league? And if so, how can you do it? In this series of videos, I will show you how to turn this kind of character into something like this. I chose Deadeye with Lightning Arrow as the hero for this journey because it is a very strong combination, especially for SSF. Plus we can use Lightning Arrow from level 12 and we don't have to change our skills and gear after the campaign. I also use Artillery Ballista in addition to my main skill as an extra source of single target damage. Wow, my first Divine Orb. Pretty unexpected, but nice. I think this is a good sign, and the game gives us a hint that my journey will be successful. And a little spoilers, in this video I have a couple of interesting moments for you. I think you will like them. Well, the first Uber boss is defeated. But this is only the beginning because we have our first and very serious problem. In order to equip our magic find character, we need a lot of unique items that give items quantity and rarity. And if it were a trade league, we'd just buy them, but we're on SSF, so we need to find them. But to find them quickly, we just need these uniques with items quantity and rarity. In a nutshell, we get some kind of vicious circle from which we need to find a way out. So let's make a little plan for our Atlas progress, because we can't do anything without it. First of all, I'm going to focus on the Kirag missions, because that will speed up my progress. Next, I will spend points on Heist and Ritual. Heist is a good source of unique items, because in the contract with Engineering and Brute Force we can find the chests with unique rewards. And Ritual is the kind of mechanics that can give you anything and you never know what's waiting for you there. But I'm pretty sure I can find something good there. I will also block some of the game mechanics and take a stream of consciousness so that Heist and Ritual will be in my maps as often as possible. My main goal at this point is to find at least 1 or 2 items that give items quantity and rarity. They might not be the best or optimal, but they'll be a good basis for my build. I think that's a good plan to start with, and let's move on to making it happen. So that's a quick 5 links from Ritual. Pretty good start. Nether is quick crafting. 1 essence and our bow is ready. I love crafting in solo self-found. After I get the 5 links, I will make a respec from Precise Technique into a critical strike variant because it will do more damage. That's so much better. Tink, what could it be? You've got to be kidding me. Red Blade Banner? A pretty rare unique item. So is it time for General's Cry Berserker? What do you think? Wait a minute. That's a pretty good quiver. That's a nice upgrade for the build. Another Tink? Wow, 11 more of those cards and I'll have 7 Divine Orbs. Good thing I have an MF character, so I won't have any trouble finding divination cards. Right? Alright, enough maps and let's go on the heist because I've piled up some contracts. As I said before, I plan to do Engineering and Brute Force because there are chests with unique items. I'll also complete a couple of Deception contracts because they're really quick and easy to do. Wow, that's Greed's Embrace. Just what we need. Sometimes lucky. To be honest, it's the only thing I found in Heist that's useful. But like I said before, even 1 magic find item in the beginning can speed up the process of finding the rest of the gear I need. So I'm happy with my results. It's time to get back on the maps, but before that I'll change my Atlas tree. Just a little bit. I don't need Heist anymore, so I will replace it with Blight. Vengeance Cascade is very important for this build and we need 2 gold oils for it. So the sooner we start doing Blight, the better for us. I've also spent a certain amount of skill points on strongboxes and essences. I'm primarily interested in operative strongboxes as a source of scarabs. And I'll be needing essences for crafting my gear. Now let's try a new Atlas strategy. Wow, the 2nd Divine Orbs. Frankly, I don't even know what to do with them, because it's not really what I need right now. But hopefully they'll come in handy in the future for sure. And another 5 links from Ritual. And it's a very good one. And this is 6 links from Geomancer's Incubator, which I got from Ritual, by the way. And even though I plan to use another armor, this 6th link will help us get our first Void Stones. So the Ritual has totally paid for itself. Cool. This is a very important part of the Magic Find gear. I think just a little bit more and I'll be ready to do Respec. And another MF item. And a pretty good one. But for now I don't know if I can include it in my build, because this amulet has some serious restrictions on other gear. But I'll try, because 14% increased quantity of items found and almost 100% increased rarity of items found is not just a lot, but a very big deal at this point. Well then, I think I'm ready. Let's defeat the first 2 Pinnacle bosses, take our Void Stones from them, and then do a Respec to Magic Find. No Ashes of the Stars this time. That's a pity. And again without the lucky drop. Honestly, I could really use some crystallized omniscience in my build. So, I've got the Void Stones, let's change gear and go hunting for my beloved loot goblins. The character is a bit scuffed, but I think that's a good start and over time I will improve it. Moreover, I have plans for tier 11 towers so he can handle this content for sure. If anyone does not know why I chose the tower and not the classic cemetery, because divine orbs for me are particularly not necessary, but I certainly need the headhunter. And in tower we can find the nurse, which will allow us to get the headhunter. Well, in general, this is a plan, and how it will be in reality will look at the situation. Overall, the character is not as bad as I thought and he easily copes with the tasks. And personally, I am very glad that I chose this Atlas strategy because I was able to gather the necessary minimum for MF. You might say that I'm too lucky. But I don't think so, because if you focus on the mechanics that give you a lot of unique items, it's not that hard to find those items that I found, because they drop quite often. Speaking of which, here comes the Divination Distillate. This flask might come in handy for us. And another unique item for MF. Just what we need. At the moment my main goal is to get some useful unique items, like Inspired Learning. Also its essences, which I will use for bow crafting and a little bit of harvest, because I could definitely use some juice. My favorite ritual. Unfortunately, it's a bad ring. But let's try to fix it. Nope. Alright, let it stay in the stash for now. And another gift from Ritual. A very cool ring that costs about 10 divine orbs in the Trade League. And I don't know what to do with it on SSF yet. But I think that it will be useful for us. And here's my first loot goblin. Small, but still nice. And one more. Finally, Nurse. Another 63 of these cards and the headhunter is mine. Probably many of you are wondering how long it took me to get my first card. And the answer to that question is about 30 maps. And that's quite a lot. But I hope that when I have more quantity and rarity of items found, as well as adding some juice to the maps, things will go a lot faster. Well, at least I believe in that and hope my luck is still with me. No way. You've got to be kidding me. It's Mage Blood. That's lucky. I can already imagine what will be going on in the comments when my viewers will see this lucky drop. But Mage Blood is good. But I won't be using it in my journey. Obviously, this is not an ethical drop and this series of videos would be boring with it. So let's send it to stash and move on to grind more maps for more nurses. I think this is a good time to end part 1. I hope you enjoyed it and were able to find some useful information for yourself. As always, I will be grateful for likes, comments, and subscriptions. Bye everyone, and see you in the second episode.